Welcome back, Roasties. It is round 10, or as I call it, this is probably one of the greatest weekends in Rugby League, on the Rugby League calendar. It is Magic Round, a very special weekend. All 8 games up at Suncorp. Hopefully the weather holds off for us this weekend, but both of us will be up there in attendance enjoying one of the greatest weekends in sport. As always, I'm joined by the handsome one, Hammy Goodman. How are you, my friend?
Roasty, I'm so good. Very excited for Magic Round as well. We're both going in different sort of capacities, although I'm sure we'll find time for a couple of personality improvers in and around the ground over the course of the weekend. I can't wait for it. I am very worried about the weather. It could end up being a more of a water polo tournament than a rugby league showcase, but not much we can do about that. We're just going to have to get up there and see how it goes. But we saw those photos a couple of weeks ago of Suncorp like submerged up to, sort of row C or D in water. Every chance that, touch wood, but that could happen again here. And I don't really know how, even if they drain the ground, like you got to play 8 games on top of it after that. Like,
yeah, what's it going to be like? What's it going to be like come Cowboys Tigers on Sunday night?
Absolute sloth. And what's it going to be like filming a fan TV, chatting to people out at the front who are probably, more interested in staying dry. But anyway, looking forward to it. It will be good. I will say off the top, there's no particular part of the show for me to talk about this bet, but I went early in the week. When I heard this massive weather event was coming, I actually multied up the unders in every single game for the weekend. So that was 2 or 3 days ago. When you multi them all up at $1.90, it ended up working out to be about I don't know, the $200 mark, something like that. So yeah. There's just very good
very good chance that every game does go under. Like they are a bit shorter this week. I did see your games where they normally probably be about 40 points. They're about 30, 35, 36. But it will be interesting. I know when you talked about those photos of Suncorp, and it was underwater, they did drain it back really quick. But in saying that, like, how much rain have they had? And obviously, I don't think, Suncorp's flooding at the moment, but anticipated a lot more rain over today and tomorrow. Lighter showers on Friday and Saturday, but it's like, how much damage is today and tomorrow going to do? Hopefully not too much. Yeah. Hopefully we get as better quality football as we can. But I'm looking forward to it. Very excited. Like I said, it's one of the. I think it's probably the second greatest weekend behind the grand final. What do you think, Emmy? You think it's better?
I think it's the greatest weekend. I mean, the grand final's over and done with on one day.
Yeah.
This is just like a feel good. It's just so good. The whole idea is just a genius idea. I know we've stolen it from the UK, but I don't care. Whoever came up with it, I hope they've got the feet up somewhere on a nice, tropical island. So, they've been reimbursed for their great idea, because every time I've been, even though I lived in the stadium for one of them, it's just the mood and the atmosphere in that stadium is so good. Everyone's so happy and excited, and it's just a great concept. So I think this is actually a more enjoyable attending experience than the grand final. Obviously, the grand final means a bit more, but this is fun. It's like attending a music festival.
Yeah, 100%. And you're right. Everyone is in such a good mood, no matter what. Like, even if your team loses, you're watching the next game and you're getting into the excitement of the next team, winning or a rival team losing or whatever. You're in the spirit of things with everyone. So it is a very enjoyable weekend. I don't know. I just I love a bit of an old school. I love the grand final, the day that it is with when they used to have it with all the reserve grade and stuff like that. But just a good day to settle in and just relax. But yeah, in regards to the whole weekend, 8 games, it is a very special weekend. Can't wait to get there.
Yes, absolutely.
Mate, let's touch on last week real. Oh yeah, go for it.
No, I was just going to quickly plug something. Now, this is subject to weather massively, but if we've got any people listening here from Brisbane, we're doing one of these. We've done them in the past at Sportsbet, just to give a little plug for this one, Roasty, the crossbar challenge. So we are going to be at Davies Park in Brisbane there from midday till 5 p.m. on the Friday. And we're going to be live streaming that on Facebook, and it might literally be a live stream with the rain that they're expecting. But basically, you can come down, have as many kicks as you'd like, having a crack at a field goal from 40 metres out. And if you hit the crossbar, you want to share a 50 grand So you can park up all day, stay for the full 5 hours if you want, have as many cracks as you like. And, if you're the person that hits it, no one else does, there's 50 grand in your skyrocket. If 10 people hit it, you walk away with 5 grand, but they're always a lot of fun. A couple of guest commentators coming down, Mitch Wanless and Sammy Thaiday and stuff. So it should be good fun. If you're in the area, come down. If you're not in the area, get out of your way and come down. But it should be good fun. Hopefully the weather stays away, and hopefully we give away some cash as well.
Hopefully all those the people that bag the footy players when they kick like shit, come down and show us your form. Let us commentate your kick for drop kick from 40 metres out. But no, that sounds good. Yeah, if you're in the area, get down there, try and win some cash. It'd be lots of fun. Yeah, mate. Last week, I want to run through. I had a pretty good week in regards to winners. I had starting off Broncos into Corey Oates at 433. Broncos plus 11.5. I didn't take him to win. I wish I took him to win. But yeah, Broncos into that was 433. Had the Roosters to cover, Cowboys to cover, Sharks to cover. Also picked Hines, anytime try scorer, about $4.30. And Teague Wilton, anytime try scorer, around the same. So come out on top. But probably the biggest thing, I've got a trifecta up. Probably
that's elite.
The first one for the season. Garrick, Suwali, and Felt. Very standard, very vanilla, as I would say, missionary style trifecta. But it is it paid $4.33, so you can't argue with that. I was very happy chap on the Saturday. So, but mate.
Well, you were in good form, mate. I was a little bit, I've been up in the penthouse for the last couple of weeks. I wasn't exactly in the doghouse, but probably not quite as good. I did have Oates to score a try in the first game, which is good. I had Fox to score first. He scored the first 2, but they were both taken off him. So that's a G up at $9. So we missed out there. But the head-to-head results there, I got stitched up a bit. Even my tipping form wasn't great
a lot
through
of
the weekend.
A lot of people were the same. Like, tipping was a shocker on the weekend. But, mate, we'll bounce back.
I did have the
weekend.
Tigers to cover. I think they covered by half a point there.
Mate, he missed. Yeah, I was spewing about that. I'm not spewing. I was, when who scored? Tigers late, whoever it was, and I was like, oh, thank God, they got in, and it was like 14.5, and they lost by 14. So very lucky with that one. Yeah,
I came home with a wet sail though. I had the Cowboys to cover. They absolutely, romped home there. Yep. Storm 13+, and I had the Sharkies to win. I thought they could cover the line. I think they fell just short, but they were playing with 11 blokes. So, what can you do about that? But I'll be back this week. I'm tipping a very good return to form for Magic Round. So
100%.
My trifecta, we went wide as well. Obviously, Twal, which we're going to get to later, he missed out at $12.50. Sam Walker didn't get across the stripe, and nor did Jordan McLean. It was paying $970. So, responsibly. Hope you didn't go too hard at it anyway. But hopefully we can produce some magic this weekend.
That's it. That's what Magic Round is all about, producing some magic. Mate, I just wanted to touch on real quick. Looked at the winning percentages for all the teams at Suncorp. Just to see, what they've been like and what teams been like over Magic Round, especially as well. There's only 3 teams that have a winning percentage at Suncorp. Obviously, the Broncos. Storm's up the top at 81%. Very hard to beat at Suncorp. And the other team is the Sea Eagles at 59%. So that'll be interesting, that first game or second game on Friday night, the Broncos versus Sea Eagles. Both, I think they have a win each at Magic Round, and both have a winning percentage at Suncorp. So
they generally play each other, those teams, don't they? I feel like I've seen them come up against each other in the past at Magic Round. So
they do it so it's a Manly home game. So they take that home game to Suncorp for Magic Round. And
that is an absolute. You are spewing if you're Manly there, aren't you? You got to go play the Broncos at
Suncorp. Magic Round. But I think the money they get is probably too good.
That's true. Very true.
But yeah, look, a quick run through. Raiders 28% winning percentage at Suncorp. Bulldogs 39%. Sharks 33%. Titans 28%. Knights 36%. Cowboys 35%. Eels 39%. Panthers nearly 50%. 49%, just under 50%. Dragons 42%. Rabbitohs 46%. Roosters 48%. And Warriors 37%. Tigers at 44%. So bit of a mixed bag there. But there's actually 4 teams They're undefeated at Magic Round. Could you guess? You could probably guess a couple there, Hemi.
The teams. All right. I will go the Storm.
Yep.
Don't reckon they've lost at Magic Round. Who else has not lost at Magic Round? Maybe the Roosters.
Bang. Two from two. You got two to go.
Don't tell me the West Tigers.
They are undefeated. Yeah. So there's the Rabbitohs as well, and the West Tigers undefeated at Magic Round. It's got to be a good feeling going in, mate.
It is. I'm a bit worried about this. We've got the Cowboys. They're playing some good footy, but stats don't lie. So let's keep the undefeated streak going.
And on the West Tigers, we've got to touch on their man Alex Twal. We did the math last week and did the calculations, and we thought it was going to be in his 98th appearance because Alex Twal added up to 98 as per the alphabet.
Yep.
But it's actually this week. I've done the science behind it, gone Breaking Bad, and worked out all the numbers behind it. His nickname is Mr. 99. So Adam Dewey revealed on the Physios podcast that they call him Mr. 99 at training due to his tackling percentage. So Mr. 99 is his nickname. His tackling percentage this week, so normally it's very, very high, but it's exactly 99% this week.
Yep.
This is his 99th appearance. Okay, so he's on 98. At Magic Round, it is his 99th appearance. And guess how many beers I'm going to have at Magic Round, Hemi?
Wow. I mean, it all points to one number, doesn't it? Really?
99. I'm averaging 33 every day.
I'm not sure why you would cut down on beers at Magic Round from your normal intake, but for the sake of Alex Twal, I like the commitment there. So
once he scores two, it'll be the last game on Magic Round. Once he scores, I'll have just that extra one. And make it 100. Bring up the century.
Shuey to finish it off.
Shuey to finish.
Or,
there you go.
Or a gum booty.
Probably need the gum.
We're going to be knee deep in water up there. Yeah.
But yeah, look, hey, all signs point to Mr. 99 getting his first try in his 99th game.
Do we, and do the people of Brisbane and everyone that's going, borrow something from the AFL here and those great scenes that we saw with Buddy Franklin? Do we swarm the field, basically?
We have to. Like, it's the last game. We're not going to really upset anyone, are we? I think we started a petition. I might start a petition. Storm the field when Alex Twal scores his first try.
Yeah.
Get the NRL just to get some shirts made up.
That is one that you will honestly tell the grandkids about. If where were you when Alex Twal got it? I might actually get some shirts made up, Roasty. Leave that with me.
Yeah, there you go.
Twal 1.
Instead of the Buddy 1000, it's the Twal 1.
Twal 1. Yeah, leave it with me.
Just wear it every West Tigers game.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just hopefully this weekend when the most special weekend of them all. Everyone's in attendance. There's all these people around that have been backing him. Let's get into him. But can't wait. But let's get into the games, mate. Actually,
let's do it.
Let's do the wheel.
Yes, the wheel. Special. Now the wheel for our lock of the week. Surely Magic Round, we get a lock of the week up. We spin this wheel that Roasty's made. It's got every player named Lock this round on it. If it comes up with their name, we all back them responsibly, of course, and we get around some of the big boppers, and usually they're at a nice price for us as well. So hopefully we can get a anytime try score out of one of these locks this week. And what I will say, Roasty, is with all this wet weather forecast, I just wonder whether there'll be a lot of bash and crash up the middle sort of stuff.
Yep.
I think this could be a great week for some locks scoring some tries, to be honest. So
we have seen some locks get over. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been the one that we've picked. But and as always, I haven't changed these locks around. There's a couple of guys in there that are playing the position, but hey, it's all about the team. But we'll fix that up. Had Jake Travojevic 2 weeks in a row. Can we get him a third week? Will he get over? We've had Joshy Curran before. We've had Josh King, Cam Murray, all the weeks that they haven't scored tries. But let's see how we go. Wheel is spinning. Let's see what we come up with this week at Magic Round. Just sticking on, it's Elliot Whitehead. So
Elliot Whitehead from the
they come up against the Sharkies on the Saturday.
Yes.
So
that'll be a decent game, that one.
Yeah. What's he paying there? The old English Mr. Whitehead.
Now, what I can tell you is for the Raiders. Corey Harawira-Naera has actually been named in the number 13 jersey.
There you go.
So if we go to that game and have a quick look for Corey Harawira-Naera. Now, I actually liked him last week because he had scored in his last 2 games against the Dogs. I thought he might have, like playing his old side. I thought he might have been a chance. Didn't get over. But for this weekend, to score in their game against the Sharkies, he is paying $10, Corey Harawira-Naera.
There you go.
So $10 for our lock of the week. Let's get around him. Gamble responsibly. And that game, of course, that's on the Sunday, the first game on the Sunday at 10-2.
There we go. Can't wait. I like that because I think those teams are. I've said in our coming up in our preview that they're 2 teams that just love to bash each other. I've called it the hardcore match of the weekend. So yeah, I think these teams do a lot up the middle. So really like that one. But let's get into the games, mate. Friday night.
Good.
What a way to start off Magic Round. Bulldogs v Knights.
Get this one out of the way early. I think they've decided at Magic Round.
Yeah, I said I won't feel bad if we turn up a bit and run a bit late for this one. I won't feel too bad if I miss a little bit of this. But Dogs minus 2.5. The over and under very low at 35.5. Newcastle had the wood over the Knights the last year, winning each of these 2 matchups. But the Dogs had won 8 from the previous 9, so pretty close. Knights playing woefully bad at the moment. They've lost 7 in a row, scoring an average of just 8.85 points over those 7 losses. So they get Mitch Barnett, Adam Clune back, but they're also without Tyson Frizzell and Dane Gagai. Bulldogs also struggled last week, coming off that huge win against the Roosters. Lacked some possession and poor completions hurt them. But how do you see this one, Hemi?
Yeah, this is classic spoon bowl. This is like such a stinker to get us underway, but you got to get it underway at some point. So probably leaning slightly the way the Dogs here. You mentioned their good record against the Knights. They won 8 of their last 11 against the Knights. 7 of the last 9 games have gone under the total point. So here's hoping for my big multi that it starts that way as well. So I'm going the unders, probably leaning the way of the Dogs. And then there's a couple of try scorers here who have scored in their last 3 games at Suncorp Stadium. There's Brent Naden and Inari Tuala. So Brent Naden, you're getting $2.20 for him to score at any stage. Inari Tuala, $3.80. So I might almost be inclined, because these teams are going so badly, to almost leave the head-to-head out. Maybe you're just multiing those 2 together and hoping for a couple of tries. But it's a pretty ordinary game to get us underway.
It is. Like I said, it's not the greatest one to look forward to, but every team's got to play. I do like the Dogs as well. I think I'll take them to cover. I think they're going to enjoy that huge stage, the atmosphere that's going to bring. There's going to be, first day, I think there's going to be plenty of people there, especially with the Broncos playing second. Although the Broncos fans do like to just turn up for their game and piss off afterwards. Look, I think the traders are on the money with the unders here. It's, with all the rain anticipated, we've spoken about, lack of points. I think the Bulldogs cover, but I like them 1-12, $2.95. We spoke about Fox earlier as well. He's been the first try scorer in 2 of the last 3. And if you remember last week, he ran away and scored a try, which probably should have been a try.
But we did 2.
Hey, the first 2,
yeah. They both got taken off him. I think I actually like him first try scorer again this week. He's actually scored 7 from 8 against the Knights. I'm going to take him first try scorer. I think it's about $7. Yep.
That's what I like in that one. The first game, like we said, a little bit of a stinker, but hey, there can be some value there. I think he's $8. There you go, first try scorer, $8.
Yeah, beautiful. I've just had a look at my multi there. Naden, Tuala, and the unders. That'll get you $23 as well.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yep.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Hopefully some points in it, but not too many points for you with the unders, but
thank you.
Someone's got to score, and you've picked out a couple of beauties there. Mate, moving on, the second game on the Friday night, Manly v Brisbane. Manly minus 3.5, over and under 37.5. The Magic Round special, what have I written here? The Magic Round special, this one, yes. This will be the 3rd time that these 2, like we spoke about, have met at Magic Round. 1 win apiece, Manly with a massive win here last year. Broncos looking to reverse that. The form, they've been in some good form, and I think they can do it. They were massive last week without some huge stars. They were without Haas and Capel. They get them back this week. And Olakwadu back for Manly. Schuster likely to miss it with a bit of a calf complaint, but he may be a late inclusion. So keep an eye on that one, because if he does come in, he's very, very handy. Hit me, Hammy. What have you got with this one?
I thought Broncos, 3 wins on the trot at $2.25 felt like value to me. To be honest, they've covered the line in 10 of their last 12 at Suncorp. So I think at the very least, maybe they can cover that 3.5 point start. Hoping for the unders again, as I've touched on a fair bit. And then Olakwatu, I mean, Roasty, you're very big on him. He's really looked after us this year as an anytime try scorer. And I've just spoken about a bit of bash and crash. And if this is a bit of a splish splash show, I just think maybe some back rowers running some nice lines might be a good play for your try scorers. And he's $3.90. He's probably hit more than he's missed for us this year. So that's where I was looking for a try scorer.
I'm the same, yeah. I love it. And I love the Broncos straight out 225. Don't worry about taking them with the start. I think they get it done head-to-head. They've got a lot of momentum right now, and I think they keep that at home, especially. Even though listed as a home game for Manly, this is obviously at Suncorp, Friday night lights for the Broncos. Selwyn Cobbo, he's also been on fire lately, scoring 4
He's
tries.
great. Now, can I just wanted to say 2 words here. Origin Smokey.
There you go. Hey, yeah. Big call. I like it,
he's a big, massive unit for a start, and great athlete. Just so it really reminds me of young Greg Inglis sort of thing. Very hard to tackle, really quick off the mark, scoring lots of tries. I love watching him play. Very exciting player.
100%. Yeah, dangerous. Dangerous wingers there in the future for the Queensland side with Xavier Coates and Selwyn Cobbo coming through the ranks. So.
Yeah,
not a bad call. I like that. But yeah, he scored 2 doubles in his last 3 games. So he scored 1 last week and 2 weeks before that. $2.55 anytime try scorer is good for me. Spoke about Olakwatu, $3.90. And yeah, Broncos head-to-head for me. A couple of picks with a little bit of price there, which is pretty good.
Now, if you want to throw those 3 together, $20.25. Cobbo, Olakwatu, and the Bronx.
Don't mind it.
Not awful. Could you multi our first 2 games there together and get a massive, what's that, 20, just going to do a bit of quick maths. You're getting about 400. That's just, if you've got $1 floating around there,
why not?
I've seen worse use of $1 there. Yeah, 100%. Responsibly, of course, but yeah.
But some great picks there already. I can see some value in this weekend. It's already magic. We're only 2 games in. I can just smell it.
Yeah.
Mate, Warriors Rabbits, the first game on the Saturday. Rabbits -7.5. The over-under at 38.5. Now, Murray, huge loss for the Rabbitohs. He's out. The Warriors get back Tohu Harris and Marcelo Montoya. Back for them. Interestingly, Cody Nikorima, he made his debut for the Warriors at Magic Round in 2019. Now he makes his Rabbitohs debut at Magic Round against the Warriors. What you were saying? Yes, I'm guessing you probably had that in your notes as well, did you?
Yeah, I saw that one floating around. I thought that's fascinating, isn't it? I'm just trying to remember how they went when he debuted. I felt the Warriors might have won that game that he played.
They did. I think he might. Did he score a try? I'm not sure, but yeah, they did win.
I feel like he might. Yeah, I can remember. I was. That was the year that I was there. I was like, oh yeah, good on him.
Yep.
So what have I got here for this? I think Souths win this. The Warriors, just like last week, that just to me showed how bad they are. They had a two player advantage. They still got smashed. I would say South's 13+, but I'm a bit worried about the weather.
Yep.
Up there, they've covered in 6 of their last 7. The line's 7.5 points. So I thought maybe the Rabbitohs to cover the line there might be good. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak last week, I spoke about him a little bit. He always sort of finds a way, no matter how bad they're sort of going, to get across. $2.35 to score at any stage. So, DWZ maybe as a try scorer, but my bet probably for this one is Bunnies to cover the line.
I initially was like, Rabbitohs win this, and the more I sort of went into it, the more I was liking the Warriors head-to-head. For some reason at $3 or at 1-12 at 4.25, I don't mind them. The Rabbitohs they were flat against Manly, uninspiring against a 12-man Manly side. The loss to the Tigers before that as well. The Warriors, and the Broncos, they lost to the Broncos last week. Obviously, the Warriors have been inconsistent as well, so it's a very hard one. I always like toss a coin, and for me, Warriors head-to-head at $3. I just think it's good value. I'll take him 1 to 12 at 4.25. For some reason, I also like Jacob Host to score. He's starting in the back row for Cameron. Jai Arrow's going to lock for Cameron Murray, and Jacob Host comes into that second row spot. But he's at 5.30. An old Dragons boy. Don't mind him in the starting side on that left edge. I just like him to get over and good price.
The host with the most. All right, we're looking forward to that. That's our first head-to-head one where we've gone at each other. So might be giving you a wide berth there for game one on Saturday, but
lose a streak.
Otherwise, it could be a repeat of that bloody Bulldogs versus Broncos fan in the stands there a couple of weeks ago.
Could be us.
That could be us. Anyway,
Mate,
looking forward to it.
The Dragons v Titans. Dragons -1.5. Money for old rope there. Over under 38.5. Titans flogged by the Roosters last week, while the Dragons were a tad unlucky against the Storm. A few dud calls from the ref didn't help us out. But you know exactly where I'm going with this one, mate. The only thing I want to stress here is to Anthony Griffin, release Tyrell Sloan. Just let him on the field. This is the weekend to do it. Titans have got Campbell in there. An amazing matchup. 2 absolute guns. Just release them for the fans. The atmosphere will be electric and they will light it up. But yeah, look, I'm taking the Dragons, mate. What are you playing here?
Yeah, look, as much as I dislike getting around the Dragons, particularly in front of you, I think they win this. They've won 5 of their last 7 against the Titans.
That's not nice, mate.
They had a loss last week, but it was to the Storm. So that's a bit of an anomaly. If it's against the Storm or the Panthers, I think you could just about, identify it as an outlier. That they've been pretty good leading up to that point, won 3 in a row. So I think that pretty good value there at $1.85. For a try scorer, just Bo Firma for the Titans. He just keeps on scoring this year. Again, back rower, wet weather, $4.50 to score at any time. He actually scored first last week as well. You're getting $23 for him to score first in this game. So, I think the Titans win, but it's like when you go against the Tide and throw in a try scorer from the other team. Sometimes you get a nice surprise there with the price. So, maybe Dragons to win, Firma to score.
Mate, don't know if you know, but the Dragons are undefeated against the Gold Coast at Suncorp. Bit of a weird one, but I think they've only played like 3 times. But hey, we'll take it, undefeated. They've lost the last 2 against Titans, but overall a decent record against them. Like I said, I like the Dragons to cover the 1.5. Dragons also 1 to 12 at 3.20 is pretty good. Now, Ravalawa, he's Mr. Suncorp. I'm going to call him Mr. Suncorp. He scored 7 tries in his last 4 appearances at Suncorp, and he's scored 8 in 6 for his career. So he's played 6 games, 8 tries. He just loves Suncorp Stadium. I'm going to go him to score a double at 5.50. Ravalawa.
Okay.
Yep.
Don't hate that. He's particularly against a team like this.
Yep.
I could see him picking up a double there for sure.
I like it, mate. I can't wait for that game. But all things considering, no matter what, watching your own team at Suncorp Stadium at Magic Round, I think Panthers v Storm, the next one, is the main event. Panthers -2.5, over under 39.5. I have a rule, Hemmy, that if you see the Storm at more than $2, you back them every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Okay. But to Saturday this one, so just back them at once.
Yeah, but I'm actually breaking that rule this week. No Pappy, no Remus Smith in the centres. He's been really solid. They have a small bench, which scares me up against the Panthers pack. The bounce back factor of the Panthers scares me even more. I don't know. I haven't had a look at the results, but I doubt they'd lose 2 in a row very often. They get Scotty Sorensen back, which as well is massive. He was missed last week. I think they're too strong, but I'll tell you what, Hemmy, look out Honeybees on Saturday night, as I am horny for this one.
Goodness me, you've been warned.
Yes.
I'm with you, Roasty. What a game this is going to be. Bit of a shame the Storm aren't at full strength for it.
Yes,
would have been great to just see 2 full strength elite teams going at it, but not to be. The Storm, contrary to your back them at over $2 remarks, have actually lost 8 of their last 10 games when they've started underdogs, which they're going to do here. The rejigged backline, you got Seve, is it Urema as well?
Yep.
Uremia on the wing as well. Just a few players, getting to know each other a bit in defence. I've just had a bit of a vision of Luai kind of like getting the ball and running at one of those little spots. I've had a vision of him scoring, running the footy and carrying on a little bit on the weekend. You're getting $5 for Luai to score at any time. The other one is Negotiation Munster. We've got him in action at the moment.
Is there a club he isn't in chats with?
Well, the great thing is all 16 clubs plus the Dolphins get a look at him this weekend. So he'll be keen to impress. $4.50 to score one at any stage too. He's been playing some good footy. But yeah, looking forward to those two number sixes having a good, a bit of an Origin preview as well. They'll be up against each other in Origin too, so should be good.
Yeah, no, can't wait. Like I said, this is the main event. The two best sides. I don't think there'll be many tries. But definitely, I don't like backing the unders, but at 39.5, I know these are two of the best attacking sides, but they're also the two best defensive sides, and they love a bit of an arm wrestle. The last 8 matches have been. For the Panthers, it's gone loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So it sort of says, judging on that, it's going to be a Panthers loss. But I'm going Panthers 1-12 at 290. I like that here. I think it's going to be a close one. Panthers, their last 4 against the Storm have been 1-12. And Crichton and To'o, another little good stat here. They've played 4 times together against the Storm. 3 of those times when one has scored, so has the other one. So a To'o Crichton double is $5.50.
Don't mind that at all.
Yep, I like that.
The other one, I usually bring this up every couple of weeks or so is the try bet, either side 6 points or less.
Yes. Yep.
Just cheering for a nice close game there. You're getting $2.60 for that in this game, and
not bad. Don't hate that.
Yeah, in wet weather, I think you're right. I noticed something about the points. Apparently, the overs is hit in the last 7 games between these sides, but. Yeah, I mean, for my sake, I'm hoping it's a nice, tight, defensive, close one. So hopefully not. 35.5 points is the line for this one.
Interesting too, like this game, there'll be, 4 games before it, but 3 games on the same day. So, this will be the 3rd game on the same day. There'll be no sort of maintenance, I suppose, in between games. So it'll be interesting what the field looks like at the end of this one. Or, halfway through this one, depending on the rain and all that sort of stuff. So, just keep an eye on all this too. Like we're recording this on, Wednesday morning. We don't know how much rain they're going to have over the next couple of days. So always keep that in consideration. Mate, Sharks, Raiders. Sharks minus 10.5. Over under 39.5. What a win by the Sharkies last week. So gutsy when it was 11v13 for 10 minutes there. I wonder how much that takes out of them, or just, is that going to instill them for the rest of the year? Like I said earlier, I've dubbed this one the hardcore title match. The Sharks love to dig in, and the Raiders used to, so they might pull something out here. Round 1 was a perfect example of the Raiders winning in the last minute. The Sharks have obviously gone on to better things since that, only losing 2 more games, but I'm really liking the Sharks style here lately, mate.
Yeah, I agree. There was one little stat that I looked at, a bit of a bogey team here, the Raiders for the Sharks. Yep. The Raiders have won their last 7 against the Sharks.
Yes.
They're $3.75, but I dare say Jack White was playing most of those. Not going to be playing in this one. I think the Sharks, based on how they're going, win easily, to be honest. So, yeah, happy to take them head-to-head. And then Talakai, the wet weather wrecking ball. Again, I think he could just bosh over, and there's been a bit of movement. Croker's out in the centres. There could be a couple of more less experienced defenders in the centres there. So, tipping him to have a fair bit of impact in the wet weather as well. So $2.18 you're getting for Talakai to score, and I think the Sharkies win that one. I think they break the hoodoo there.
Hines moving to fullback for Kennedy and Trindle into the halves. Ramian missing as well, but Connor Tracy comes in there. He scored a double last week. Like you said, Chris, he comes in for Croker, and my boy Macho Man Xavier Savage is on the bench. At first I thought the shift in the halves, might have scared me a little bit for the Sharkies, but Hines that good lately, and especially at fullback as well. He'll find his hands on the ball just as much. Like you said, Sharks have lost last 7 of the Raiders. I think, Sharks cover here for me. That 10.5, it is a lot, but I think they cover it. And I like Hines. He came through for me last week. I'm going to back him to score 2+ tries this week at 8.75. It is magic round. You've got to do some magic.
Yeah. Okay. I don't mind that. Mind that.
I think at the back, just that, a bit wider. They love spreading the ball, and I think he's gonna want his hands on the ball a lot more. And yeah, I see him getting over. Like I think he scores. He's great value just by himself, but I want to take the. I think he gets over for 2, 8.75. Great price for me.
Lovely. Don't mind that one bit.
Roosters v Eels, mate. Eels minus 2.5, over under 40.5. Now, Watson, he's back in for Connor Watson's back in for Sammy Verrills. Lindsay Collins is out. He's suspended. Eels unchanged. I'm a bit surprised by the short line here. I thought the Eels would be heavy favourites. Do you think the massive game last week is sort of, have them coming out a bit flat this week, or you think they're on for it?
Well, I think they might be on for it because they were disappointing for a couple of games before that. I think that's one of those wins they can just point back to and go, yes, we can do it. The Chooks are a good team, but I've got the Eels to win and to cover the line as well. They've covered in their last 6 games at Suncorp, and the Chooks have lost 8 of their last 9 when they've started as underdogs. So I think that all points to the Eels for me to get the win here. Satili Tupanua, $4.50 anytime try scorer in those conditions, I feel is overs. And then
he's been so good for us as well.
Oh, he's very good. He's a let it ride favourite, yes. Tupanua. The other one is Ryan Madison, scored that important try last week off the bench to seal it for the Eels, playing against his old club here, $3.75 to score as well. And he's jacked, probably one of the best rigs in the game as well. Yep. So big rigs like good, like a bit of wet weather. So
yes,
maybe he'll get over as well, all greased up over the line.
Grease me up, woman.
Yeah, that'll be him.
I haven't had much luck with the Eels this year. I bet them they lose. I back against them, they win. But they've only won 1 of their last 6 against the Roosters. So, but I don't know. I think this weekend, I think they're going to back it up, which they've had trouble doing, backing up against, after a huge win. But I like them. It's 2.5. I'm going to back them to cover by at least a try. So. I like the Eels here, but mate,
that'll be a good game. That's a cracking Sunday Arvo game.
Will be a very, very good game. Again, how that field's going to hold up once this comes about, but who knows?
Yeah.
But mate, is this we spoke about the main event last night, but Tigers v Cowboys to finish off Sunday. Hey, run us through it.
Don't touch that dial at 6:50 p.m. on Sunday because it's an 05 grand final rematch. I think the Cowboys. Probably way too good. We've lost a couple of games in a row now, the Tigers, but at least we're having a crack. Like, we're not losing embarrassed. Like, last week they kept coming even when the game was gone. They're a different team to what they were at the start of the season, but I do think the Cowboys will be a little bit too classy. I think maybe I'm just going to try my luck here, produce a bit of magic. A couple of weeks ago, I was just backing the team we were playing against at the line. I'm going to try that again here because when I was doing that, we ended up winning those games. So the Cowboys to cover the 9.5 start. Here's hoping I cursed them and the Tigers can have a win there. I noticed that Jacob Saifiti scored last week against the Cowboys. And we've spoken a bit of numerology about Twal as well, but I wonder whether that opens the door for a big front row to score as well.
Oh, please.
So yeah, I'm hot on Twal. Let's have a quick look at his price here to score at any stage. It'll be in the double figures range. Alex Twal, is that anytime try score Alex Twal, $19 this week.
There you go. Come on.
That's big.
That is big.
What's the punishment for going 100 games without a try? The nudie runs for the season. Like, how do you?
I don't know. There's only been a few guys that have done it, I think. I think the record's about 116 games. So he's closing in on that. But geez,
we could be witnessing history. But he's hoping.
Do you do a nudie run while raising the bat? Well, sorry. That
down Caxton Street.
Geez, that sounded really bad. I was talking about a cricket bat, but maybe do it through the Gabba with a cricket bat. But yeah, look, I don't know. We have to work out what the punishment would be. Maybe ask the punters.
We might find out
there. Yeah.
Put it out there. Let the fans decide.
I thought the Tigers, they looked okay last week. They had two tries scored on them in that 10-minute period that Stefano was sent off. They were down 18-0 at one stage, and they fought back to score 22 second-half points. The Cowboys have been really good and stringing some great wins together and very good defensive efforts. I think we can go home happy winners with this one by backing each team, either team under 10.5 points here. I just want to see a close match to finish around enjoy it, sit back and just relax and hope we get a close one. Either team under 10 points. I think it's about 210. I'll just enjoy that. But I like big Luciano Leilua. He's back on the field and paying $4.60 to score a try. We've spoken about the back rowers, keeping it tight, especially with the rain and the field the way it'll be. I like him to get over at $4.60.
Lovely. Don't mind that.
But yeah, I like that will round out our week of football, our magic round of football. So looking forward to it.
Lovely. Well, I've got a bit of a trifecta here.
Hit me.
As well, or a magic factor, as I believe you cleverly rebranded it to when you spoke to me earlier.
I was going to say, who'd you steal that off? That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I'm happy to steal that. I thought it was pretty good. So these are the guys across the weekend I just felt, most confident on. I've gone across the weekend here just to keep us engaged. So I'm starting off with Ola Kawatu, playing again. Love him. Let's get him in there at $3.90. Talakai, wet weather wrecking ball against the Raiders at $2.18. And then Bo Firma just keeps getting it done, playing against the Dragons on the Saturday as well there. Whack those together. You're getting $38.25. So it's a bit of a back rowers one, but I'll give him my reasons earlier why I think back rowers will score in the wet weather in the slop there. So not as ambitious as last week's one. Still fairly ambitious, but
great price.
Gamble responsibly. He's hoping we can produce a bit of magic with that one.
Going a little bit safer than you. Last week it paid off for me, but not as safe as last week. But spoke about Cobbo scoring 4 tries in last 3 games. Got him in there. Ravalawa again, Mr. Suncorp. Got him in there, and Hines. Look, it's going to be wet weather football. His wet hair, it just suits. $11.68 that's paying. So I'll with Cobbo, Ravalawa, and Hines. That's my magic factor.
Love it. I'm looking forward. Yeah, Peyton Penning. I'm looking forward to Magic Round. The only other thing I was going to plug very quickly before the end of the show is, weather permitting, on the Saturday evening out the front of the Caxton Street end, I'll be out there, mic in hand, having a chat to some of the creatures of Magic Round. So if you want to get involved in that, come and hit me up. The question I'm going to be asking people, Roasty, amongst various other questions, is next year we've got a new team coming in.
Yep.
The Dolphins. 17 does not go into 16. One team is going to have to miss out for Magic Round. Who misses out next year? How do you decide which team should miss out? Is there anyone that springs to mind for you off the top? And don't go a low blow like Tigers for no reason, just to stir me up. But how do you think they should decide it? Or who would you exclude?
Could it be you go the easy route of the wooden spooners from the year before? That's very standard. Very you could think of, I don't know.
What would you do though if it won't happen, but if the Broncos were the wooden spooners, you couldn't
exclude it, could you?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Unless they play it.
Rules are rules.
There's no guarantee. They might play it elsewhere next year, but...
it's not confirmed for Suncorp, is it? They're talking about taking it over to New Zealand, things like that. So, yeah, look, I'm all up for some funny ideas on how to decide, maybe, a fight to the death. A cage match in wrestling. Send in your best from each team. Yep. Royal Rumble style, over the top rope. Boxing match. Get your best boxer. Geez, have a fight night. Get your best fighters on, and whoever produces the best knockout, or whoever gets knocked out gets excluded.
Yeah. What about whichever team has produced the least in-house documentaries? That means the Tigers will still get a run, which is good.
Imagine some teams just start, uploading mobile phone footage just to not to be excluded. That's worked well for a few teams in the past. But mate, I cannot wait. Hopefully I'll catch you there. I'll come up with some better answers on Saturday night and come visit you at Caxton Street.
Lovely.
Can't wait for it. It's going to be a massive weekend. Hope to meet every single person and catch up with a beer and a schooner with every single punter there. That's my plan. Yeah, shout us a beer. Yeah, if you're lucky. If we've given you some love over the last few weeks, and come and take it out. Come and let us know about it in beer form. 100%. I'll let you know exactly where I'm sitting so you can drop it in. Lovely. All right, mate. We're looking forward to seeing you out there. Yep, can't wait. And talk, not tomorrow, the next day, Friday. Can't wait to see
the next 48 hours. Hopefully. Stay dry, Roasty. I'll see you there.
See you, punters, and we'll talk again next week. Catch us.